How's it going, guys? I just wanted to make this quick video to react to RecklessBen being defended at the American Fork City Council meeting. I thought this was pretty interesting. There's two videos within this. They're both like 2 minutes. I just wanted to share my opinion, and let's see. All right.
Hi, Daniel Soroka. When I reviewed the budget, I noticed that there was an increase of around $600,000, which is a 9% increase to our property taxes. Even though this increase is large, it is not large enough for the upcoming civil lawsuits that our city is about to face because of the misconduct of our police department. Our police department in March went on a crusade against an individual, and he now has legal rights to sue this city. That is going to be our taxpayer dollars that are going to have to pay for that.
This whole situation just could have completely been avoided if the American Fork Police Department just went about this the right way. Brandon Best got served, Josh Johnson got served, and this whole thing wouldn't have got as messy as it is now, but that's where we are, unfortunately. Let's continue.
The police chief then went on a media release and lied to the public. He stated that the individual did not complete a traffic stop or did not complete a stop sign complete stop, but when reviewing the video evidence, they did.
Which just is so crazy because in the video he clearly comes to a complete stop here.
We didn't even do a rolling stop. We fully stopped at the stop sign. So this is an illegal traffic stop.
And there's evidence to show that. And then just completely blatantly coming out in public as a police department and just saying oh yeah, he was completely nonsensical. This whole thing is a misunderstanding. It's just a really bad look of on the American Fork Police Department and Josh Johnson and Brandon Best, of course.
He said that when this individual was trying to serve court papers, which is his civil right, that when the police reviewed the court papers, they said that they had already been served, which was a lie. They had not been. The police went on.
There's got to be some kind of law against that, no? I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Just lying about having served court papers. That just seems like something you really just don't want to lie about because it's I actually found this, so yeah, it is actually illegal. Yeah, let's continue.
Lauded this individual, arresting 5 people without any arrest warrants, and then took 4 of them who they did not even know the identity of into custody. One of them being a minor, which they pointed a gun at. This is unacceptable conduct of the police department. When Paul took office, he said, "I am extremely committed to ensuring our community members are proud of their police department and their officers. I am not proud of my police department officers. In fact, seeing this conduct, I am in fear of standing here with seeing if there's any retribution that they might bring on me."
It's just, yeah, it's crazy. You should never have to feel in fear of being in your city because of the police department, just because of somebody else's situation within the city. This whole situation, I just feel could have easily been avoided. But yeah.
Because that is what they did to this individual. And if they're willing to do that to them, they are willing to do that to me, to anyone else. Thank you.
Loud ass. Loud alarm. Get the kid clapping. Okay, so here is the second video. Here we go.
Okay. Did I say your name right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Just like the month. So I'm here on similar words to the man in the suit back there. Last month, a man investigation of a company was swatted by American Fork Police Department over accusations of theft. The company in question was accused of failing to uphold contract with a client in which their $200,000 allegedly worth of collectibles were failed to be paid back upon distribution.
$200,000 allegedly. There's a possibility of there even being more than that. And the GoFundMe raised over $300,000. So
the investigator of their efforts, which they stated were to see the collectibles either returned or the money paid for, were met with efforts from the police department to do the opposite of that. I wish to make clear that this is not an accusation of prejudice, but rather an observation into the behavior of the officers involved. Upon the investigators' arrival to have a conversation with the company manager, as is required before a civil suit, they were stopped by officers. On drive home from work, the investigator was pulled over and singled out like the man over there mentioned. Shortly after,
once again, like being stopped at the stop sign, even though he came to a complete stop, just insane.
Being informed that the court case and the legal process being used were real, the officers proceeded to arrest the investigator. Upon attempted delivery of court papers by an official, they were also stopped 3 separate times by the American Fork Police Department. And after the investigator set up fund to help...
3 separate times. One was an illegal traffic stop, and the second time was when they got pulled over and they were being searched for heroin in the car. And then the third time was, I believe she's talking about being swatted. Maybe there was another time I'm forgetting.
The owner of the collectibles during the legal process, police forces showed up to his domicile and he was held at gunpoint. The police department during this has demonstrated reckless usage of resources and responsibilities, and it has tainted faith in American Fork's ability to protect and serve. And it is my calling, as well as for a lot of people, that an investigation be conducted into the officers responsible, and if wrongdoing is found, to consider termination with replacement.
I think when it comes to Ben and everybody else kind of getting swatted in the one scene you saw, I was kind of led to believe that like maybe that wasn't every individual police officer involved. Obviously they had to get some sort of search warrant to be able to do that, so like there was some corrupt judge or somebody within there, but that doesn't excuse how the police officers handled this whole situation. I mean, there was a lot of wrongdoing from the cops of American Fork. It's just like this whole thing could have just been avoided if they just kind of looked into Ben's situation more and just kind of investigated that. Now it's like turned into this whole big thing just because of Brandon Best and Josh Johnson. That being said, this does conclude the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm just gonna keep this one short. And